Welcome to Empower Your Pattern with President James Hendrick, member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, success, confidence, and thrive coach, and renowned adversity authority. He will teach you about the principles that help you overcome the adversity of everyday life, along with the patterns of success set forth in the Word of God. So come and join us on the adventure. Let's go. Yeehaw! Hello everybody, welcome to Pattern Realm Christmas. Pattern Realm Christmas 23. You know, since the one I did for Christmas 2019 did not it was one that I thought through very well, but it didn't make it past COVID. But I'm nowhere near giving up. And neither are you. In many ways, Christmas of 2023 is a lot better than Christmas 2019. You may say, but Jimmy, you was always talking about, I know you and so on, you always think about the days before COVID were pre-glory days, and many of us, probably like you, think that so much was taken away from us. Let's move beyond that. In fact, let's move beyond how our degenerate culture decides to see Jesus and to see Christmas. A lot of people see Christmas, they see the presents under the tree. I mean, you guys know I'm a single guy. I don't have a marriage and a family of my own. But that's okay. God is with me. This Christmas I will be going to Midgift, Texas to be with my sister and brother-in-law and my brother-in-law's family and my sister and brother-in-law's family. And of course, Mama. Gotta let Mama. When I was a kid, I was impressed by the pageantry and the wonder of Christmas. But as I got older, the razzle-dazzle secular packaging of Christmas, it started losing its magic with me. But it's been replaced by an even better and magical time. Now, I know in my faith tradition, Jesus Christ was born in the spring. We still celebrate Christmas to commemorate his birth. Okay. But think about it. Based on Jewish history, and I know some Jewish roots people say, well, no, he was born at the Feast of Tabernacles. But if you look at the etymology in Passover, who are they slaughtering? The firstborn lamb without blemish. And ranchers typically
They slaughtered the lambs in the spring while they're young. Christ was born in the early spring. And 33 years later, he was crucified in the early spring. I know this deep down in my bones. Now, does that mean that I need to stop celebrating Christmas? Not on your life. Because even though the season is in some ways different, the meaning is still the same. And who am I not to join the rest of the Christian world to honor him at that time? I mean, I have a tree with Christmas tree lights, everything like that. Many of you know that I have a third eye. If I want to, I can see a Christmas tree in my home with Christmas tree lights. In fact, closing my regular eyes, I see it with my third eye. As I've said before, I'm a mystic. So that's where it's coming from. Now, I want to go ahead with a poem I wrote back in 2019. I know when I read this to Mama, she freaked out. But please listen to this. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, everybody was charmed, plus Peabody Pup Mouse. The tree had its lights with the strobe light effects. I dressed in my t-shirt, my mid-90s specs. My princess was reading her Bible in bed as visions of green apples danced in her head. Suddenly, a bright light shone from below. A huge reindeer set their feet in the snow. A starship landed with a thud on the ground. And then I heard the man in the red suit sound. Landing Dasher and Dancer. Hey, Rudolph, stay there. It's cowboy country. Don't you go anywhere. He beamed to the door, walked into the living room, had gold chains around his neck, like he lived in the boom. Hey there, man. No bummer. He said, I'm just here to spread joy. Every man, every woman, every girl, every boy. After warming his feet, ice cold from the snow, he said, gotta run. I'm late for Mexico. He signaled the reindeer and put them in position. Placed them on the starship as it flew in good condition. He said, man, your attitude, is so out of sight. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night. Now, I've gotten questions from people from church. A lot of them think that I will be going in to see my family Christmas Eve, spending the night with them, and waking up Christmas morning. No, our family does it differently. Ever since I've been back in Odessa, it usually starts in the mornings with just me and Mama back in the day. And then toward the end, it was me and my mama and my nephew. And now it's just me. Here's what I'm going to do after church on Christmas Eve. 5 p.m. that night. I have a podcast show called Christian Pattern. And what I'm going to do is I am going to put on all the stops and have a wonderful Christmas Eve podcast. Sing some hymns. Teach and read the Christmas story. Teach the message of good cheer. Have communion. And end it with a bang. The Carol of the Bells. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that I have a good Christmas Eve dinner. And I'm probably going to settle down for the night, just like it's any other night. Probably with some good reading or something to build my mindset. That's year round. But I don't buy into the ministry and the pageantry too much of the secular meaning of Christmas. Now, my theory of Santa Claus and Starship and everything, I can kind of buy that. Many of you know from all this time listening to me, even after retooling in 2021, I'm a different duck. And that's okay. I've so longed to talk to you about Christmas and how lovely it can be. Yeah, I remember Christmases in my childhood, especially from the time I turned 11. And when Mama changed the ritual, I was like, I don't like this. But then, over time, I grew to respect why she did what she did. Christmas Eve, we went to Daddy's People to open presents. And she thought it would be interesting, for the younger kids. And, well, even though I wasn't into the Santa Claus thing back then, we switched over to opening presents at the house on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas, trudge over to Grandma and Granddad's, open presents then, enjoy all the Christmas presents on Christmas Day. Because, okay, let's think about this. Christ, born. The birthing process must have happened Christmas Eve. And then, wee hours early, Christmas morning, the final pangs. This little baby comes into the world. Of course, not really seeing the fullness, but I think deep down knowing this little infant subconsciously knew what he was coming for. To atone, suffer, bleed, and die. None was said. They laid him in a manger. The angels and the shepherds come to see Mary and Joseph. And then 3 years later, many people think that the wise men came right away. No. Even though I'm not Catholic, I kind of agree with that tradition that it came when he was about, well, maybe more when he was 2. Sounds better when he was 2. Came to him when he was 2. 2 or 3. Let's just say that. They offered their gifts and everything. And of course, because of Herod, right on his, I believe this is his 3rd birthday, Mary and Joseph had to take him and flee into Egypt. And that's a lot to cheer on, isn't it? It sure is. But Christmas is not all about the commercials and the pretty red bow. I mean, the commercials on Christmas, they used to make me depressed. But I'm thinking, that's superficial. That's the labels. It's okay to market at Christmas time, but I don't get too caught up on that. Because what I focus on is this. I focus on the Christ born for us so that he could atone for the sins and the sorrows of the world. That is what I focus on. Non-negotiable. No excuses and no exceptions. I'm hoping that this really gives you guys some light. Dad, I hope you enjoy listening. Please subscribe and join Pattern Realm. Until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Please share this with Mama San, Papa San, and everyone. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, choose, act, and pursue happiness. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you around the time of the new year. Until next time, from the bottom of my heart, Jimmy loves you. I really, 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 really love you. God bless you. Go out there, have a blessed day, and please have a very Merry Christmas.